Okay, wir stehen immer noch in der IndieArenaBooth und ich habe bei mir hier jemanden vom Team von The Flock, and I gotta switch to English because then you will understand me.
Yes.
The Flock, horror game, right?
This is right, a horror multiplayer game actually.
Multiplayer.
Yes.
What's it about?
So it's a multiplayer only game, there's no single player. And we're making a game in which you can actually scare your friends. So this time you get to play as the monster, but also the person that gets hunted by the monsters.
So you are the bad guy and the good guy at the same time?
Yes, so everybody actually starts out as a monster, but they're all, like the goal of the game is to grab like a high-tech flashlight. We call it the light artifact. And only the person that has this artifact is able to win the game. So you want to be that guy, right? The thing is, if you have that artifact, the other monsters will come and hunt you down and try to grab it from you, all right? But we have an important twist with it. The person with the light can defend himself by shining a light upon the monsters. If the monsters move into the light, they die. They burn like a horrible death. But if they stand still like this, they turn to stone and they cannot be killed by the light.
Are there only monsters controlled by players or also computer?
Yes, no, it's only players. So that's what I think makes our game a bit special, because most horror games are single player, right? You go through a story and it's all scripted. Our game is totally unscripted. The players will behave in a scary way. They are going to terrify you.
That's interesting. And are those monsters different or are they all the same?
They're all the same. So of course it's a multiplayer game, so it has to be balanced, right? So everyone has equal chances. But that being said, every monster has several abilities he can use or choose to use to.
Okay. How many players will the game feature?
The game will work for 3 to 5 players. And we want to keep that amount a bit small. It's smaller than other multiplayer games, right? But we want to keep it small on purpose because we're making a scary game. So you have to have some build-up and some things. If we would have more players, it would be like an action game. An action game is less scary because you have all the time things happening. We actually have like a quiet build-up, and you might see like a monster in the distance, like, whoa, what's going on? Build up, and then comes the scary part.
And how long does it actually take until you meet another player? Is that, like, can you say, does it take a minute or 10? Or?
No, it's in between a minute, like a minute. It's still short. I mean, it's a multiplayer. People want to do something. It depends on the hunt. But we carefully balance the size of the map, the amount of players, the respawn time to make it feel right.
And what are the controls the player has? Like, can you fight or can you just run away? And what can you do?
When you have the light, you mean? Yes, so the light itself has this huge beam. And it's like this solar kind of beam. It's very destructive against the monsters. So he has to look around and make sure he keeps any monster at bay. And if anyone moves in it, they'll die, right? But he can change the range of light. He can make it like very wide, but it won't be as far. Or you can make it more like a sniper, like very long but not as wide. The thing is, the goal to win the match is to survive for as long as possible. So you get points by keeping the light on and surviving for the longer time. The longer you survive, the more points you get. So he doesn't have to kill the monster, but he just has to survive.
Are there multiple maps?
Yes, we got 3 very distinctive maps. Every map has their own tactics, but also their own level mechanic. So, for example, we have a temple level in which there are randomly placed statues, but also open spots. And you as the monster can stand in an open setting, pretend you're a statue, and wait for the player to walk by and like, oh, grab him. Yeah.
So have you been scared yourself when you were developing the game?
Yeah, actually lots of times, and that for us proved that it worked. To me, I've been playing it for 600 hours, so I do not get scared that much anymore, but still people can surprise you because the gameplay works in a way that the monster have to be unpredictable. I mean, you're able to get the guy with the light only if you get from behind or above or right. So you have to be unpredictable. You have to try to fool the player. You cannot walk up like, hey, here am I, and I'm going to kill you. That's not scary, right? So if a player sneaks up from behind and I didn't expect it, he's able to get me. But that's also scary because I didn't like, oh shit, there was one. I forgot about it, right?
That really sounds scary, and I'm excited to see the game. What's about the release? Can you tell us something about it?
So we're actually going to announce the release date 2 days after Gamescom. So I would recommend players to follow us on Facebook or look on Twitter, and then they can see the release. But I can say it's going to be out very soon.
That's going to be the final version, or it's a better?
No, it's going to be the final version. Yeah.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it. There's one more peculiar thing about the game. It has limited life. What do you mean by that?
Yes, this is true. So when you're Flock, you either die from the light or you become the person with the light, right? In both these cases, it means there's no Flock left anymore. So if this would be like a real world, the Flock would actually be a very tragic race because it's doomed to extinction. And we want to convey that story into our multiplayer. So we're going to launch our game with a population, and every time a player dies or a player becomes the carrier, which is the one with the light, the one life will be taken out of the population. And as soon as the population hits 0, the game will not be up for sale anymore. You can never buy the game ever again. Only the players that have the game then, they can go to phase 2 of the game. And that will actually build up to an ending and a finale. And after that, the game will never be playable again.
Which is crazy. And can you tell how much life there will be?
We're also going to announce 2 days after Gamescom, but I can say it will be substantial. We're not planning to let this game die in a few months or something. I mean, we do want to have players have a good experience and able to get grips to the game, right? But that being said, we also want to tell a certain story. We want to get people through an experience, like an adventure, right? They do not know what's coming. We're not going to promise anything, because that's the mystery. But we hope to create like a very unique experience for the players, and they can be a part of like one of a kind thing.
You want to know what I think?
I don't know yet.
I think you're a little crazy.
We are a little crazy, yes.
But it's probably a good thing.